This is the Leadership Lens, where we say the hard truths and fix the system. The school year is ending and you're entering the summer planning window, but before you start filling next year's calendar or block in district meetings, testing schedules, and PD days, sit with one question. Does last year's schedule belong to an instructional leader or an instructional manager? Not the version of yourself you intend to be, not the value statement on your school's website, the actual schedule. Last October, where your time actually went. Summer is the only window you have to answer that question and do something about it before the calendar is filled again. This episode, we're building a system that places the calendar back into your hands. The Wallace Foundation's research on principal effectiveness is among the most consistent in the field. Principals who spend 30 to 40% of their time in direct instructional leadership, such as classroom visits, data analysis, or curriculum work, produce stronger outcomes for both teachers and students than principals whose time is primarily operational. The national reality is most principals spend 70 to 80% of their day on operational tasks, not because they lack care, but because they lack the will. The operational demands of a school are loud, urgent, and immediate, while instructional leadership is quiet and easy to defer. A discipline referral demands an immediate response. Classroom visit does not. And over a school year, every deferred visit adds up to a building where the principal is managing the operation instead of leading the learning. Your calendar is not a scheduling tool. It's the most visible expression of how you create or forfeit the atmospheric pressure on the instructional triangle. Every hour you block for classroom visits is direct pressure on the teacher-student content interaction. Every coaching slot you protect is a 24-hour feedback loop operating as designed. Every data review block is the information anchor running. When those blocks exist and hold, you are a functional atmospheric pressure system. When they don't, you're watching the triangle from a distance and calling it leadership. The calendar shows who we are as a leader, and it's the most objective piece of evidence in the building. Your calendar is the most concrete functional tiering signal in your building. Your X-ray is functioning when daily blocks include protected classroom visits. When coaching slots are on the calendar and used, you're closing the 24-hour feedback loops. If your data review is protected, your information anchor is running. If PLC facilitation is done with discipline, the calibration system is operating correctly. And if all three appear consistently during a typical week, your atmospheric pressure system as a whole is functioning properly. You're not just a principal with good intentions, then you're a leader whose calendar proves it. The district's question is simpler yet harder at the same time. Does the district protect principals' instructional time or consume it? Every district called meeting that displaces a protected block is the satellite eroding the X-ray. If this is you or something you're navigating right now, we have a micro move, which are small intentional shifts designed to help you reclaim your leadership so you can build a system that holds. The micro move is to run the calendar redesign protocol this week. It's time sensitive, so the longer you wait into summer, the more the calendar feels itself. Here's how this works. Open last October's calendar. Categorize every block as either instructional or operational. Calculate the split between the two, then write the number down. After that, on a blank weekly template, build one ideal week for next year. Instructional time blocked first. Make 4 decisions and put them on paper. When are your daily classroom visits? What day and time is your weekly data review? How many coaching slots per week and when? What are your PLC facilitation commitments? Each becomes a recurring, immovable block. Then, the step most leaders skip, share that redesigned week with your AP before summer ends. Naming it makes it a leadership commitment, not a personal plan. When your AP knows the instructional blocks are protected, they're more likely to protect them too. Think of instructional time as an appointment, not aspiration. The moment it becomes optional, the time thieves win. The protocol gives you next year's ideal week, but the system that protects that week throughout the year is the calendar to priority alignment test. The calendar to priority alignment test is a 3-step framework taking place before August. Not task on a summer list, but a sequence that turns intention into a system that holds. Step 1, audit last October. The same audit you just ran in the protocol. If you're below 30%, you have your diagnosis. If you're above, you have a floor to protect. Either way, you have data. Step 2, identify your time thieves, the operational demands that most consistently displaced instructional time last year. Things such as discipline referrals, requiring your personal involvement, administrative meetings that could have been an email, inbox management that colonized your first hour, or parent phone calls that did not require a principal. Every time thief has a pattern. For each one, write a specific delegation or automation plan and set it before September. While intention is needed, it means nothing without action. Create a detailed plan. This task for this person with this system on this date. Step 3, build next year's calendar with instructional time first. Before any district meetings, testing schedules, or board rotation, block the non-negotiables. Your daily classroom visits, weekly data reviews, coaching slots, and PLC facilitation. These go in first. Everything else fills around them. The principal calendar redesign template, linked in the description, walks you through both the protocol and the test. It gives you the weekly template and includes the time thief log to document each pattern and its delegation plan. Leader to leader, you cannot lead instruction from behind the desk or from your inbox, just how you can't design an instructional leadership schedule in September when September is already full. Summer is the one window you have to design the year before the year designs you. The calendar you build in the next 6 weeks is the one that governs how much atmospheric pressure you can create on your instructional triangle every day of next school year. Make it reflect who you are trying to be, not who last year's schedule said you were. Again, the Principal Calendar Redesign template is linked in the description. Use it this week. It's micro move time. This is the Leadership Lens. I'm Jay Longino. Let's learn and grow together.